So these are obviously book discussion kits of teen books, and they could be also reserved sorry. That's going in the living room. Okay. Ooh. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Books and Banter. I'm Jamie.
And I'm Coral.
So a while back, we did a video about adult book discussion kits.
Hey guys, it's Coral.
It's Jamie.
And today we have a special guest, the book discussion kit.
But did you know that there are also book discussion kits for teen books and children's books? So today we are only going to talk about the teen book discussion kits. These can be reserved by calling the library, and there's a list on the website of all the titles you can choose from. So these would be great if you're a teacher and you want to do something with your classroom, or any adults like teen books, any teens that want to have a book club with your friends. You call us and reserve a book kit. So today we're going to talk about two books that are part of teen book discussion kits. So Coral, what did you read?
All right, so I read Scythe by Neil Shusterman, and I was kind of mad when I read this book, not because it's not a great book, but because I haven't read it yet. This is a dystopian novel, and I'm like, Coral, you loved dystopian novels as a teen. How did you miss this one? But it takes place in the future, and there is a world where there is no death. No one naturally dies anymore. So there's no disease, everyone's immortal, there's no accidents that can kill you no matter what you do, whether it be jump off a tall building, which some kids do for fun in this world, they can always bring you back. And people can get reset once they feel like they're starting to look too old. They just get reset back to their 20s. They just jump on back. So in theory, this is kind of a utopia because you've got all of this going on, and you've also got the Thunderhead. The Thunderhead is an AI that basically just controls everything. It knows where to build roads. It knows how to plant plants. Like, it knows how to feed everyone. Like, it essentially just takes care of the world. There's no more government. There's just the Thunderhead. And there's the Scythe. What is the Scythe? The Scythe is a group of people whose job is to kill people, because you got to deal when there's that many people.
Overpopulation.
Essentially. And they don't call it killing, they call it gleaning. And it is accepted, and there are these Scythe, and they are allowed to do it kind of in their own way. They have rules they have to follow, but in essence, they walk around in big robes, and when it's time to glean someone, they glean someone. They have a quota they have to meet. And essentially, this book follows Citra and Rowan. They are teenagers, and they are selected by a Scythe to be his apprentices. So essentially, they don't really want to do this because they're like, we don't actually want to kill people. And Scythe, people really aren't friends with Scythe. They kind of are this presence. They tend to get whatever they want for free because people are scared of them, but they don't really have connections. They kind of just exist in this world. But despite their protests, they don't really have much of a choice. They are going to be the apprentices to the Scythe. They learn that there is a lot more to this career than they thought. There are those in this career who really relish the power and the attention that being a Scythe brings them. And then there are those who just try to do it with as much compassion and, as much humility as possible. It's dark, I'm not gonna lie, but it's really interesting because it has inflections on morality and what does it mean to live, especially if you're living in a place where you aren't gonna die. What is life's purpose? There's talks about AI in it. There's a lot of just different discussions in it that I think are still very relevant today. Even though this book came out in 2016, I actually think this book is more relevant today. And the full trilogy is out. So there are 3 books in this trilogy. They are all already out. So if your book club likes the first one, then you guys, can inspire a couple more reads out of kids. It's really great for high school readers, and it is available, obviously, in a book discussion kit, but also just in print as an ebook on Libby. So So there's a lot of options to read this book, and I think you should, because I think it's an excellent book.
Nice. I've read quite a few Schusterman. But
Yes.
I have not read that one. So.
He wrote the Unwind series,
Yeah,
which was
read
very
that.
popular. That came out prior to this.
I read Challenger Deep. Oh, and there was another one. I can't remember the name.
He's got a lot of books.
Yeah, he's got a lot. So, well, mine is a lot different than yours. Mine is just a contemporary novel. It is called Darius the Great is Not Okay by Adib Khorram. So Darius is a teenager. He lives with his family. He's got a younger sister. He's kind of awkward and nerdy and doesn't really feel like he fits in. He and his dad both suffer from depression, and so he and his dad like kind of don't really connect. The only thing that they can kind of bond over or connect with is watching Star Trek, The Next Generation. So that's what they do together. And so, the relationship is just really, a bit distant. So his dad is American and his mom is Iranian, and so Darius doesn't really know his mom's family because they still live in Iran, and he only knows her parents from video calls. Well, her mom's father he is diagnosed with a brain tumor, so the family decides to go to Iran to visit them, and at first Darius kind of still feels like he doesn't fit in there either, and it's his first time, visiting Iran. He doesn't feel like he belongs though until he makes a new friend, Sohrab, and they strike up a really sweet friendship. And I just cannot say enough good things about this book. I loved this book. I love Darius. I think he is such a great, well-developed character. I think it's a really good representation of depression, very realistic, and he's the kind of, it's a very poignant story, coming of age, which I love. And Darius is the kind of character that you just you want good things for him. You want him to be okay. You want him to be happy. And I feel for him so much. So I cannot recommend this one enough. And it's also, there's a sequel, Darius the Great Deserves Better, so check that one out too. But Darius the Great is Not Okay is available in print and audio and ebook on Libby, and of course as a book discussion kit. So
yeah.
All right.
So we've got a ton of book discussion kits. We're going to link the full list below, as well as how you can reserve these. But we really encourage you guys to check content warnings, especially with teen books. Some are maybe aimed towards the lower end, some are maybe aimed toward the higher ends. But we're happy to look that up, answer those questions for you. Library staff is. In addition, we've got a lot of great books at the library in general, so make sure you're checking out our other videos and talking to your library staff. But until next time, bye!
I got the giggles. Sorry. Okay. Hey, guy. Sorry. Okay. I don't want to have the giggles. Okay.